All right, Mr. Claxton's Algebra students, we're coming back with this video of how we created a prediction equation. So essentially what we're doing here is creating a prediction equation for where someone's weight should be relative to their height. You know, depending on their height, you know, we have a certain weight. This is of men with normal body mass indices. So to create a prediction equation for that, again, we looked at Desmos. So we looked at Desmos. We said, you know, we're going to create that prediction equation based on the first and the last spot. Now we want to, after creating that, I just want to kind of show you what that looks like on the Desmos app. So we can go ahead and graph that by setting y equal to, and we had about 4.64x, and then we subtracted, I'm going to have to go back and look, my memory fails me, 172 and 68/100ths. And you can see how it does go through the 2 points that we selected, and that does a pretty good job of being a line of fit there. So once we have this equation, we can plug in values to estimate anyone's weight if we have their height in inches, or anyone's height if we have their weight in inches. And that's kind of what the book was wanting you to do here. They want you to predict a normal weight for a man who is 84 inches tall. So where would we plug that in at? Well, if I go to the next slide, where would 84 inches. So we need to plug in 84. Well, we know that x represents height, so we're going to go ahead and plug in 84 for the x here. So we've got 4.64 times 84. And then we're going to subtract 172 and 68/100ths. And again, this is just an estimate. I really could use the waves to represent this. Don't have to, but I could. So you know, I'm sure that any person would just call up their calculator there. We're going to take 4 64/100ths, multiply that by 84, and subtract 172 and 68/100ths. Doing that, person with that height, which, you know, taking 84 and dividing it by 12, you're thinking, wait a second, 84 inches? Well, if I take 84 and divide it by 12, 12 times 7 is 84, right? That's a 7-foot tall person. So with a normal body mass index, they should be about 217 pounds based on our equation. Now you'll probably find that is not the case. So, but does that match our data? Yes, it does. Excuse me. That does match the pattern here that they've given us in the equation. So if you look at your book, you know, we've gone through E, and now if we know a man's weight is 188 pounds, we would need to substitute that in to this equation. We need to substitute that in for y, and then solve for x by adding 172.68 to each side and then dividing by 4.64. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this helps you.